What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Happy Monday. I'm currently wearing my beautiful Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot, a very, very cool watch. I actually did a review of this watch in the recent past, so click the link in my description below to watch that video. Honestly, one of the best Pilot's watches you can buy, but we're not going to be talking about this one today. I wanted to bring up my Pantor Sealion. All right, this is honestly a watch that I've been wearing almost more than my Seiko SKX. I know, blasphemous, but seriously, this has quickly become kind of my go-to sports watch. I mean, there's just so much to like about this watch. There's such a great attention to detail. It looks good, it feels good. One of my favorite parts is how the top of the case and bracelet are brushed, but then the sides are mirrored and polished. It just looks super refined, super sporty, super sleek. I really, really do love this watch. And another really cool thing about this Pantor Sealion is that it's pretty uncommon, you know? Not a lot of people know about Pantor, and it really is a true gem. Now, a few of you actually told me that you've ordered this watch after my initial review, and it sounds like you guys really, really love the watch, so it makes me so happy that I could recommend something that you guys really do enjoy, and yeah, it's just a great piece. Okay, so if you couldn't tell, I'm very, very fond of my Pantor Sealion. Well, guess what? Earlier this month, Pantor released their newest watch, the Pantor Seal. Not to be confused with the Sealion, because they're honestly very different watches. I've been wearing this Pantor Seal for a little bit over a week now, and I kind of want to take some time and tell you how I feel about this watch thus far. It's 12:09 p.m. Let's get down to business. All right, so this Pantor Seal 500-meter diver kind of falls in between the Pantor Sealion 300-meter diver and the Pantor Seahorse 1,000-meter diver. Now, I haven't seen the Pantor Seahorse in person yet, but as you guys all know, I'm very, very fond of the Sealion, so you could imagine how excited I am to get my hands on this new seal. All right, so right off the bat, I can tell you heavy. Okay, very, very heavy. I don't think this would be the most comfortable everyday sports watch for most people. I'm a big dude, and not to brag, I'm like super duper strong. But even for me, I can be honest, for the average guy, this might feel a bit much, especially when you compare it to the Pantor Sealion. This thing really feels slick and light. This thing's almost like a Lotus Exige, whereas this one is more like a Mack truck. But honestly, that's not to say this is totally uncomfortable. It's just a very substantial piece on your wrist. Now, I think this watch would be more manageable if you were to switch out this really cool looking bracelet for something a bit lighter, like maybe a rubber diving strap. Now, I went to go swap out this 24mm bracelet for a rubber diving strap, and I looked at the case and there are screws. No spring bars. That was kind of already a red flag for me. So I went to remove the screws and the bracelet would not budge. Okay, I actually had to contact Pantor and they told me that the bracelet actually isn't designed to be removed because it's fitted directly to the case for a tight, strong fit. And I wish they didn't do that. Now listen, the watch being kind of heavy, I can totally deal with that, okay? But not being able to swap out the strap, that's a huge turnoff to me, okay? I don't know why a watch company would want to limit the consumer that much. I mean, something as simple as changing out a strap doesn't hurt the watch at all, but yeah, I don't know. That is a negative. But you know, aside from those negatives, the watch really does feel solidly built, just like the Pantor Sealion. And yeah, it has some great specs if you're looking for a tough diver. So this Pantor Seal is powered by the CL888 Swiss automatic movement. It's got a 44mm case. It's got a 5.2mm thick sapphire crystal. It's got a 500-meter water resistance rating. It's got a helium escape valve and very vibrant blue superluminova lume. Now, I'm a huge fan of the dial on this Pantor Seal. It's very, very legible, very easy to read, and when you pair this dial with the design of the bezel, it almost has like a vintage, retro, almost Vostok amphibia aesthetic. It's crazy. Now, speaking of the bezel, it does rotate unidirectionally, but it's not serrated enough. I wish they had kept the serrations that were on the Pantor Sealion because these look amazing and they work incredibly well. Now, as I said earlier, the dial is super easy to read, and when you pair it with that blue Superluminova lume, it just shines so brilliantly. Very, very easy to read in low light situations. They did a very good job with the lume. All right, why don't we take off the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot and throw on the Pantor Seal so I can kind of tell you how it feels on the wrist. All right, here it is, the Pantor Seal on my 7.5-inch wrist. It's a 44mm case, so it's not ginormous. I'm a bigger dude. I think I pull it off easily, but as I said earlier, it's quite the heavy piece. You definitely notice it on your wrist. All right, now I want to take a moment and talk about this watch's movement. This has the CL888 automatic. Technically, that movement is Swiss made, although people argue it has some Chinese components in it. Listen guys, the CL888 is essentially an SW200 clone. It's a decent movement. I honestly don't have really any complaints there. All in all, this seems to be a very well-made, tough diver from a company I really, really like. So would I recommend this new Pantor Seal? No, okay, not unless you already have the Pantor Sealion. I mean, simply put, I think the Pantor Sealion is more versatile, it's better looking, it's more refined, it's easier for more people to wear, and it's just a better everyday watch. Now, if you already have the Pantor Sealion and you're looking for something a bit more bold, then yeah, go ahead, pick up this Pantor Seal. But honestly, Pantor just knocked it out the park with this Sealion, and I think it's just too difficult to beat. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed learning about the new Pantor Seal. Again, I'm in love with the Sealion. I'm going to be leaving links to both of these watches in my description below if you want to click those and learn more about the watches. Maybe you want to pick them up. Again, I would highly, highly, highly recommend the Pantor Sealion. I know a couple of you picked this up after my initial review, and sounds like you guys are loving it. But if you want something a bit more bold, I don't think you're gonna go wrong with the Pantor Seal. I think it's still very, very well made. It looks pretty cool, but it's a whole lot of watch, and it's just kind of frustrating that you can't take the bracelet off. And yeah, for those reasons, I think this is just a better everyday watch. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think. What do you think about these two pieces? Which ones would you choose out of the two? I'd love to hear from you. And guys, I want to remind you that my 20,000 subscriber watch giveaway is still going on, where you could win a brand new Vostok Amphibia and a GearBest.com watch toolkit. I'm going to be picking the winner at the end of February, probably the first day of March, actually. I'll choose the winner of that giveaway. So click the link in my description below to enter that. You have nothing to lose. And if this is your first time joining me here on the Time Teller channel, I want to say welcome and thank you. And I want to urge you to consider clicking that subscribe button. It takes 1 second and it helps me out a ton. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and click that little bell icon so you do not miss an episode of the Time Teller. There's just so much more awesome content on the way, and you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with other watch enthusiasts, other people that you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.